You know what? We are just gonna call it a day. Gonna close the position right now. Boom. We are out of the market. Oh my god, you freaking kidding me? Oh my god, I'm cooked, bruh. Since I didn't have the boss deck outside risk today, I shouldn't be complaining about why I didn't get outside returns, right? I'm walking the talk, man. It is what it is, man. Oh my god, I literally just entered for a buy position right here, guys. I shit you not. I sat down on my desk, look at NQ chart, and I saw this beautiful liquidity sweep right here. And I knew that price was going to trade in continuation of this internal order flow, right? It's just going to continue remaining bullish and potentially even come up here to this supply right here. So I entered for longs right there. And I also saw this good old liquidity sweep. So beautiful, right? That's like a black swan liquidity sweep sort of thing right there, man. Right, so got that. Enter for a buy upon the mitigation of this demand here as well, right? Swap some liquidity below this low. And I just know that it's about to skyrocket. I just know, bruv. So just entered for a buy right there, right? This is a very simple trade. Honestly, there's not much for me to explain. Other than if you look at the higher time frame, what do we have? We got price pretty much breaking all-time highs. Came down here. This is only a market shift if later on we got like an internal break of structure to the downside, right? If not, then we are bullish. And this is just a liquidity sweep for price to actually continue going up. In my opinion, I think it's going to be the latter option. I do think that this is going to be a liquidity sweep because right now, everything is extremely bullish right now, right? If you think about it from the fundamental standpoint, you will see Bitcoin breaking all-time highs, right? You see Tesla going crazy. You see all the tech stocks going crazy right now. So right now, we are kind of transitioning into a risk-on environment, which means that investors that are going to be putting more of their US dollar into the stock market, baby, right? So I'm pretty much very bullish on the stock market right now. So means I'm very bullish on NQ right now. I do think that price is going to take out all-time highs again, which is why I actually entered for long right here and trying to target like this next supply that we have up here. If I'm bearish, I would try to target this area right here. Okay, so price can do this right now. Okay, it can create a market shift, pull back to this supply, right? Respect this supply overpower demand, comes down, take out this low right here, create an internal breakout structure to validate this market shift. That's option one. Option two is that the market can just continue with this internal bullish order flow. And this right here could just be a liquidity sweep for price to just continue pushing up higher and higher and higher and higher. And eventually getting up to this all-time highs right there. Okay, the last NQ trade, bruh. The last NQ trade, look at this. I caught like a tiny little move, bro. If I held the trade all the way, bro, I'll be making like millions, bro. Millions on that one trade, mate. So this is the trade where I want to like, you know, trying to catch the big profits, trying to get the outsized returns, you know. So I got to take a little bit of outsized risks, feel like an outlaw, you know what I'm saying? So that is why I'm trying to target like this high right here, okay? This is still me being conservative, right? If I want to be even more aggressive, I'll just take away the take profit for this trade. I just no take profit at this trade. And then I'll just see where price lead us to, right? If it lead us to 25.4K, it is what it is. Then I'll manually take profit. But I don't have that big of a balls, to be honest with you. Man, we are putting 40 contracts here again, man. Like, honestly, bro, I'm good with this. I'm good with this, okay? I'm good with this. Bruh, look at that liquidity. Oh my god. Liquidity is such a beautiful thing, man. Like, I'm telling you guys, man, market mechanics is actually insane, bruv. I love futures, man. Woo! Damn. Bro, why have I been trading Forex, bruv? Oh my god. Futures is so bloody gorgeous and sexy. Next YouTube video. Stop trading Forex. Start trading futures. If this video gets 10 likes, I'm making that video, man. At Forex, stop trading futures. Alright guys, I finally figured out how to put a P&L cam on the OBS software. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh my god, look how beautiful that P&L overlay thing is. It's time to flex the profits even more, you know. Like, gotta show you guys how the trade is doing live time. With my hard-earned money on the line, guys. Hard-earned money on the line, man. Oh my days. Bruh, okay, this is gonna make me more emotional, innit? Maybe I shouldn't. You know what? I'm just gonna like show it to you guys, but I'm not gonna be looking at it, right? Because if I look at it, I'm gonna obsess with it. I'm gonna start getting emotional. I'm gonna be like, oh my god, 10K! I better take it off right now, man. I'm gonna pay my bills, man. Jesus Christ, it's so satisfying to have like the profit going up, huh? You know, cause like normally when I'm in the trade, I don't look at the P&L at all. Like I don't go and MetaTrader 4 and obsess over like every single pip move and just like mentally masturbate. No, I just like look at the charts, close the profit, close my phone, and just lock it in a cabinet so that I don't get psyched out of a good position. But yeah, man, oh my god, it's kind of distracting. But anyways, man, just want to do it for transparency purposes to show you guys that I actually have skin in the game. Remember, guys, never take advice from people who don't have skin in the game. Never take advice from people who are not incentivized to help you out, right? It's like the insurance agent, you know, who offer you some shitty insurance just so that he can make commission. In the trading industry, it's the trading guru who offer you signal group or like causes just so that they can get rich, not so that they can help you out. It's different here, man. Like people from the 1% club, if you guys know, you know, man, like it's different here. We don't treat you like a credit card. We actually teach you how to trade properly. We actually show you how the professionals do it at the highest level, right? So yeah, man, I'm incentivized to actually help our students out, because when we help our students out, we get them results, we use them as testimonials, more people join the 1% club, and we change more life. That's the whole purpose of the 1% club. It's so that we can change as many lives as possible and actually revolutionize the trading industry, right? And actually just get our student results. And so far, we've been doing a freaking amazing job at it. I've never really shared this on like a live trading session before, but if you just go to this website, right, thetradingblueprint.com/results, and you just scroll, like, I'm not even gonna like do anything. Just come to this website and just scroll for like 5 minutes. Okay, just scroll for like 5 minutes. You will see the sheer amount of student results we have. At first, I was like, oh, there's only 5,000 results. No, this is like close to 10,000 plus student wins, student hitting TP, student getting funded, student making money, student making 10K a month, student getting payouts. You know, it's like, look at that. Oh my God, the sheer amount of social proof is insane. And if you don't believe that our program works and is the best in the industry, go to Trustpilot, right? Bear in mind, you can't get any reviews, right? You can't buy reviews on Trustpilot. It's the only platform which you can't do that. So all of these are like legitimate reviews, right? So come here and just like go through this. And that's why we are the best, right? That is why we are the best. Find me like a trading guru with a mentorship program that have like this amount of student results. They have this amount of like happy and satisfied students. You can't find any, because majority of the people have shit products out there, right? And I always have this philosophy where I would rather spend 12 months building an exceptional program where my customers will market it for a lifetime than spending 12 days creating a shit course where I have to market it for a lifetime, where I have to constantly go and rent cars, constantly flex my watches so that people will buy my shit, right? That's not who I am, bro. I'm a person who get results, and I'll let my results speak for itself. Not just my results, but my student results, man. That is why we're the best, man. Look, guys, we're up about 7K right now. These are bloody rookie numbers, you know what I'm saying? These are rookie numbers, guys. Yo, guys, real talk, man. Remember in the last live trading session, I told you guys that I was gonna make 100K off Bitcoin, because I've already made 100K off Forex. I've already made 100K off stocks. I haven't made 100K off futures yet. I haven't made 100K off crypto, but I'm gonna make 100K off crypto. That was like 2 weeks ago or 1 week ago. And right now, we're up about 15K on Coinbase, right? You can see the total return right there. 15K on Coinbase, right? If you take the unrealized return, it's like 9.4K, right? This is without leverage. I don't use any leverage on Bitcoin whatsoever. This is all me just putting my hard-earned money into the Coinbase account and just buying at the right time, at the right place, at the right asset, which is just Bitcoin. So we are like 1/10 of our way there, right? I'm going to start buying more Bitcoin when I find an opportunity to do so, and then we're gonna make 100K off Bitcoin. So 100K off Forex, check. 100K off stocks, check. 100K off crypto, soon, check. 100K off futures is gonna be checked this week, bruv. It's gonna be checked this week, bruv. I already made about what, 77K? So that's about like 30K more, right? And then once we cross down the bucket list, I'm officially named as the trading god. Not even the trading geek anymore, the trading god, man. You bestow upon me, the wickeding slaves of the market. Bro, futures is so easy, man. Like, what the hell, man? Bro, futures is so easy, man. Bro, futures is insane. Like, price is just gonna go up right now, man. I just know it, bro. It's like seeking for more liquidity, man. But like, if I look at this right here, yeah, it's not the best price action right now. I'm just waiting for the New York liquidity, man. New York liquidity just gonna cause price to just like skyrocket and just blew right through this area right here. I just know it, man. I just know it, bruv. Honestly, guys, I'm interested to see what reaction we get from this price point. If there's a lot of supply there, we might have to get out, right? If we meet a lot of resistance there. But if price just blasts right through it, I'm more than happy to just like hold it all the way through to like this next point of interest here. So let's see, right? Let's see whether this is a high priority point of interest. This is interesting, right? Because we got price comes down, broke structure right here. This is the supply that broke structure right there. And then what happens is that price pretty much pull back to mitigate that supply right there before going down even further, and he also swept liquidity. Okay, this is a dangerous price point, man. I don't know whether the price can actually withstand this price point, to be honest with you. Right, this is like a high probability supply zone to look for shots. Like I personally would enter for a shot right there. We might have to take profit right there, guys. We might have to just TP right there at the edge of this and make this like a 1:2 instead. Sheesh, man. It might be a 1:2. Alright, let's just see. Alright, let's just see. Let's just not rush to make any conclusions right now, man. Without evidence, that hypothesis is falsifiable, right? Like it's falsifiable. It could be true, it could be false. We won't know until we test it out, right? So let's just see what price does as you approach that point of interest. Look, guys, you gotta approach trading like a scientist. You know what's the scientific method? The scientific method is that you start off with theory, you start off with a hypothesis, and then you test the hypothesis, right? You test the theory to see whether it's actually proven to be right. And then if it's wrong, you test again, right? And then you get more feedback, and then you test again. And then if it's right, then you get more feedback on what works, and you can test another variable, and you can get the results again, and then you can refine your plan, and then you can test again, right? That's pretty much a scientific method. Sometimes you just gotta apply it to trading, you know? Trading is just like a science, you know? I need to get a shirt that says, I love futures. I love futures, bruv. Futures is like, I thought futures would be difficult to trade. Man, but like, it's easier than Forex. It's actually easier than Forex. I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but I do think that futures is easier than Forex. Alright, it's about to explode right now, guys. Look at this. Look at this, man. I'm telling you, you just have to came down and swap some liquidity first. Right, so you can see what happens. The price comes down, pulls back, goes down, pulls back. Okay, fractal market shift, came down here. Boom. Mitigate this previous minor demand right here. And then right now we're pumping again. Right, we're pumping again. Nice. Nice. Look, guys, stop asking me to start a signal group. I would never ever start a signal group no matter how much money you are willing to pay me. Oh, bro, I'll give you $10,000. I don't care. You know why? Because signals and copy trading are borrowed confidence for outcomes you haven't earned. And that is why it expires fast. If you join a signal group today, you are essentially just borrowing confidence from a trader who have done this thing for quite a long time. That means that if he mess up, you lose the trade, you have no idea why you lost the trade. If he make a profit, you win a trade, you have no idea why you have won the trade as well, right? Firstly, when you follow signals, you're outsourcing your thinking, you're outsourcing your decision making, which means that you might win a few trades here and there. But the moment these signals stop, right? The moment the signal group shut down, your confidence disappears because you've never built it yourself. Number two, it gives you this false sense of progress. You feel like you're improving because the trades are working. You're actually making money. But in reality, you're just renting someone else's edge. You didn't earn it, so you shouldn't be keeping it. You didn't earn it, so you don't deserve to keep it. And thirdly, it always collapses under pressure. The moment the signal provider loses or disappears, you're lost again. Right? So, like I said, guys, go and build real confidence. And real confidence, it only comes from testing, trading, journaling, and actually understanding why your trades work. Not copying someone else and hoping for the best, right? Praying to Lord Jesus that price will go in your way because this signal guru have like a freaking rented Lambo. Alright guys, we're up about 100 points on NQ right now. Nothing too crazy. Just gonna continue running it up. Right. Let's see how it goes. Alright, up we go, baby. Up we go. Alright, man. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna drop another truth bomb as we wait for price to hit TP. I want you guys to remember this, alright? If luck is what you get when preparation meets opportunity, then success is what you get when you combine the right strategy at the right timing. What I basically mean by that is that even the right setup at the wrong time will fail. And even the wrong setup at the right time will also fail. And a lot of traders, they neglect one of the two and they wonder why they are not profitable, right? Like for example, let's look at GU. If you try to trade GU during like the Asian session, you're gonna get like a lower likelihood of price hitting your TP compared to trading GU at, say, the London session. You can have the exact same setup, right? Sniper entry, 10 different confluences, but because of the difference in timing, you're gonna get different outcomes, right? And it's all because of the fact that success in trading requires you to be using the right strategy at the right time, entering the right setups at the right time. You must focus on getting both nailed down to a T. And I think that people severely underestimate the amount of time it takes to get really familiar with your asset class, really familiar with your currency pair. Like for me, I traded gold for an entire year. Like every single day, every single week, I'll just trade gold. That's it. I wouldn't trade anything else. And as a result, after 1 year of just doing that alone, I got very proficient at trading gold because I'm so familiar with gold, right? I pretty much learned via osmosis. I learned via experience, right? And it's the same thing with like whatever asset class that you want to get into, crypto or stocks. At the start, you're going to suck, right? Because you don't have any experience in it. And the only way you can gain experience is through constant exposure. Now, the more I trade, the more I realize that the more time you spend off the charts, the more profitable you become. Because it's not about what you do when you're in the markets. It's what you are doing when you're away from the markets. Which is why I have this very systematic framework which I do every single month, every single quarter, every single year without fail. And that is what I call the 5R process. Record your trades daily, review them weekly, reflect on them monthly, refine your plan quarterly, and reassess your goals annually. And then just repeat over and over again for the entirety of your trading career, for the rest of your lifetime. If you can just perform these 5 steps every single day, 365 days, I guarantee you will see quantum leaps in terms of your trading performance, in terms of your trading results. All because you're taking the time out to actually gather feedback and taking the time out to review the feedback on what will actually make you better and eliminate what is actually pulling you back, right? Holding you back, right? That is how I pretty much got like so proficient at like analyzing the charts. It's just by combining volume and feedback. That's it. Right, like that's the secret sauce. That's the holy grail. It's not in my strategy. My strategy is decent, right? But it's not the best strategy in the world, right? I don't get like the freaking sniper entry with absolute zero drawdown. I do sometimes, but not all the time. So it's not the best strategy in the world. But what I'm very good at is the fact that I can just review my strategy and just be brutally honest with myself all the time. And just like stare at my inadequacy nakedly, right? I can just do that. And I think that's what makes me so good at trading. It's not the strategy itself, but it's the feedback on that strategy that allow me to just continuously improve, continuously refine my trade plan. That's the sauce. I just gave you guys the sauce right there. That's it. But most people are not willing to do the work. Now, if you're not willing to do the work, then stop complaining about the results you have never earned. Here's a hot take. Anyone who is asking for trading advice or stock tips are not really serious about trading. Because if you were serious, you would just do the work and figure it out instead of seeking shortcuts. I know this because I used to be that guy who's constantly trying to seek for advice, who's addicted to this form of mental masturbation so that I can just procrastinate the work that needs to be done. And it's all because of the fact that I was too afraid to start. Right? Oh, what if I fail? What if my parents disown me? What if my friends doesn't approve this? Blah, blah, blah. And it was after like 1 year, then I realized that starting is the only way you can figure it out. Like you're pretty much looking for the perfect reason to start. You're waiting for all the stars in the universe to line up perfectly for you to just start trading. When in reality, starting trading is the only way you can actually become successful. Like if you're trying to get to the destination, you need to take the first step. That's it. So if you're not willing to take the first step and you're always like seeking for advice, oh, what's the best signal group to join? What is the best book to read on trading? Who's the best YouTuber to watch? Oh, which TikTok reel should I watch about trading? Just start. That's it. Put on your running shoes, go for the run, right? Put on your hiking bag, go for the hike. Open a trading account and just start trading. After, obviously, you have done some homework. Right, so this is the reckoning moment. So price is about to hit our first supply zone. Let's see what price does. I do think there's a very high chance price is just gonna blast right through it. But that said, I'm interested to see what price does next, right? I don't want to assume, I don't want to predict, I don't want to anticipate. You always want to make sure that you are reacting to what the market does, right? You want to respond to the market. Just like a firefighter responding to a fire, right? He doesn't try to control how many fires get started, he just respond. Just like a soldier in the jungle, he doesn't try to predict where the enemies are coming from, right? He just try to react when the enemies do come, right? It's the same thing right here. Just go with the flow, respond to what the market does, respond to whatever shit that it throws at you. Be the ultimate shit swing girl. We good? We Gucci? Nah. Nah. Alright, let's just hold it, man. Let's just hold it. What's the worst that could happen, right? Like, what's the worst that could happen, guys? I lose 15k, whatever, you know, whatever. Man, so tempted to TP right now, bruv. So tempted, bruv. Oh my days. Nah. Fight against that urge to take profits early, man. You gotta like, I'm gonna show you guys how it's done. I'm gonna lead by example. I can't tell you guys to have the courage to hold your trade all the way TP. I can't be the guy that puts out, man. So I'm just gonna hold it. All in, baby. Blackjack, baby. Okay, right? You rising, boy? Yeah, it's just gonna continue surging, man. At least until like this price point right here, before you can even see any trace of like retracement. Like at least like this area right here. Yeah, until that actually get tapped. You know what? We're still bullish. We're still hella bullish, right? So not trying to take profits easy right here, man. Let's see where the price actually. Yeah, there we have it. Because that's like the 50% of like this supply as well. So there's a very high chance that if price want to start reversing, it has to come to at least this spot right here. Okay, at least right there. Maybe that's where I can place the TP instead. Let's see. What is the 2.6? What is 2.6? Now, tying back to what I mentioned about success equals strategy plus timing. You might be wondering, wait, Brad, what are you talking about timing? You're like literally trading NQ during London session. That's like midnight, right? That's like 3 a.m. in like Eastern Standard Time. There's not going to be much volatility in the market, man, because the volatility comes in the New York stock open, right? The New York session, which I agree. I fully agree. But here's what you don't understand. During the London session, NQ can be quite smooth if you're trading structure. Not volume. If you are just purely trading based on structure, NQ is actually pretty smooth. Which means that if your system is more mechanical or technical, like it's based on structure, supply and demand, or liquidity based, rather than momentum based, you'll feel like London can feel so clean. Like it can just give you like, look at this, like just look at how clean this price action is. Because there's lesser noise, right? There's fewer fake spikes. And you often catch like more controlled pullbacks before the New York breakout. And because there's like a lower volatility, lower volume, it also means there's like a more smoother move, right? But it just means that it will take a longer time for you to hit TP, right? Like it's much more slower because the order flow is much more thinner. And what you fail to understand is the fact that a lot of institutions, they are actually building positions during the London session, which is ahead of like New York session. So if you're aligned with that flow, you'll often get very smooth setups before the volatility hits, right? So it's like getting early in on the train before everyone else jumps on during the New York Open. So it's not bad, right? Like trading NQ or futures in the London session is not bad. It just depends on what kind of trader you are. If your backtested data shows that London works better for you, then just keep trading it, right? Like don't care about what I say, don't care about what some other textbooks say. Oh no, you have to trade the New York session, you have to trade NQ. No, it's all about finding out what works for you, right? It's all about finding out your edge, and that can only be determined via your data, right? Via your backtesting data, via your forward testing data. So yeah, if your backtested data says that London works better for you, then just keep trading it. Just be aware that like when New York open, the volatility can invalidate or accelerate your setup faster. Which means right now, if New York open, price can just reverse and head back down. It can just cause the entire trend direction to change. So make sure you manage your exposure around like that crossover between London and New York, which is around like the 8:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern time-ish. That's the crossover, right? Because when there's like the crossover, that is where like the London session is closing, and that is where New York Stock Exchange open and liquidity start flooding in, the volatility start coming in, the spread start tightening, and institutions, the Wall Street traders, they start executing their orders, right? So this is where at around like 10 p.m. Singapore time, so that's around like 10 a.m. Eastern time to around 12 p.m. That is where you will see either a trend continuation of the London trend or a trend reversal, depending on what we have established in the early New York session. So this is where most NQ setups fully play out. So here's my advice if you want to trade NQ during the London session. You want to trade from around 3 a.m. to 8 a.m. Eastern time for the cleaner, the more like slower structure move, which is much more predictable, which is much more smoother. And then before 8:30 a.m., you want to either scale out or you want to protect your profits, or stay only if your trade aligns with the incoming New York volatility and you have like positive conviction in your trade. If not, you're much better off like just getting out before the New York open. All right, so right now it's making that little pullback that we were expecting. So price is pretty much coming down here right now, you can see. And right now my expectation is that it's coming down here to sweep the liquidity below this low here. And once that it gets taken out, it should just continue pumping. And then potentially even coming up to this 25,150 level. Yeah, that's it. That's it, right? Like price just gonna do this next. So yeah, just watch price do this next, man. Like I'm telling you guys, I've seen this so many times. This is so that you can fake out all the retail traders early, right? And just get all the traders who enter for a buy here to start taking profits early. This is just a classic inducement, right? So a lot of conviction in my trade idea. So let's just continue to hold this trade and see what price does next. The only time I will get out of this position is if the structure starts shifting bearish, which means that price has to take out this low and then it comes and create like a lower high, and then I start crashing down and all that stuff, then I'll potentially get out. If not, I'm gonna stay firm to my trade ideal, I'm gonna stay arrogant in my trade bias and my trade analysis, and just gonna continue holding it. All right, that's it. So recently I started a Twitter account, right? And I've just been writing tweets on there, which is quite frankly just reminders to myself. And I wrote this tweet yesterday. You don't lose because of bad entry. You lose because you can't sit still when you're in a winning position. Nailed it. Nailed it. That's like a constant reminder to myself, man. It's like, just don't get itchy fingers. Just let the trade run. Just let it run to your TP. Don't get psyched out by all this tiny little movement, this tiny little pullback. It is reversal. Overcome the inner voice in your head that is telling you to get out. You know, it's like, that's my constant conversation, right? So yeah, man, like if you want to get reminded by me, you want me to nag at you every single day, go and follow me on Twitter. That's it. All right, you can see the price is heading to this line that we have marked up right here. And we are coming to the end of my trading session, right? The London session. So I'm potentially just going to take profit right now because I really don't want to hold this during the New York session. You never know what can happen during the New York session. New York session price can either like I said earlier, make like a drastic reversal, or you can just go all the way up there and like blow past all-time highs, right? And if that's the case, it is what it is, right? But I'm just going to be satisfied with what I've got right here, right? You got to know when enough is enough. But at the same time, let's just see what price does right here, okay? Let's just see whether price is able to just blast right through it. All right, there we have it, guys. We pretty much came up to the extreme supply zone, right? So this is really the extreme supply zone where we are expecting some form of reversal. So this is where I'm good, man. I am so good, guys. Guys, I am so good, man. Look at this. Let's just continue to observe, right? The minute I see price starts pulling back heavily, I'm getting the hell out, man. I don't care, bro. Like, that is the price point where I'm expecting some form of sellers to be at coming in, right? So, yeah, man. Come on, come on, come on. Go even a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Right? Just a little bit more. No? No? Come on. We Gucci? We Gucci or what? Let me just zoom in. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Hell no, man. Man, it looks like it's going to continue, huh? Okay, you know what, guys? Honestly, I'm still bullish right now. I do think price is going to get up all the way up there, right? Take out the all-time highs. But I don't want to take that risk, right? I don't want to take that risk. All right, you know what? We are just going to call it a day. Going to close the position right now. There we have it, guys. Just close the entire position right there. Boom. We are out of the market. Oh my god, you freaking kidding me? Bro, oh my god, I'm cooked, bruh. So you're telling me I should have hit TP? Fuck! God damn it, man. Freak. This could have been like an extra. I don't know how much this is. This could have been extra like. Okay, guys. It is what it is, man. Sometimes you gotta eat what you kill, man. Like you can't be asking for too much. Ah, man. Okay, guys, this is why you gotta take outsized risks to get outsized returns. Since I didn't have the balls to take outsized risks today, I shouldn't be complaining about why I didn't get outsized returns, right? I'm walking the talk, man. It is what it is, man. Stuff like this happens all the time, but when you are trading and you're risking like so much money on each trade, it's kind of difficult to get the courage to like just hold it all the way up there, man. But I need to take my advice sometimes, all right? You know what? Let me just repeat it to you guys. Or rather, let me just remind myself. You don't lose because of a bad trade. You lose because you can't sit still in a winning position. Brad, remember this. Remember this moment right here. Next time you're in this exact situation, grow some balls, man.